Plaintiff Patricia Weber says the defendant is her son, but she wasn't in his life when he was a child because she was addicted to crack cocaine. She's suing because she claims the defendant took her truck without permission and damaged it. Defendant Xavier Sims says because his mom gave up custody of him when he was a child, their relationship has always been rocky. Xavier insists Patricia gave him permission to take the truck.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Well, I was not in my son's life for a point of time from the age that he was like 5 years old because I had a drug addiction problem to crack cocaine.
Until what age?
17.
All right.
And I've been sober for 22 years now.
Okay, good. Congratulations. You want to tell me anything about yourself and him and the relationship over the years?
You know, we can't stay in contact with one another. When he was in Ohio, I thought it was a pretty good relationship. And he would come down to visit. And, you know, we'd be just like mom and son. And he made his mind up. He said he was having a little problems in Ohio last year of February. And he moved back home with me in February.
Where do you live?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay. And
yeah.
How have things been since you all have lived in the same town?
Everything was fine until he took my truck without my permission.
Okay, we'll talk about that shortly. Young man, you want to tell me, or old man? You old now. You want to give me some background?
We always just had a distant, little rocky relationship. Like she said, she gave up custody when I was younger, and we talked, but it was always distant,
Who raised you? Who raised you?
My aunt had custody at first, and then my father gained custody.
Okay, at least you were able to remain in the family, and you would talk to your mom how often when you were living with your dad or your aunt?
Probably once every couple months.
Do you think that affected your life?
Yes.
In what way?
I had decent grades. I had trouble here and there, but not a lot. I didn't get deep into trouble.
Because you had your dad in your life, right?
Yes, I had my dad, and then I had, I played football and stuff like that, so I always had different male figures and stuff in my life. So
excellent. Sounds like your dad had a structured life for you, but even if he did, sports gives young people structure. You don't have a lot of time to get in trouble if your life is structured. Number one time for crime is when the latchkey, when the parents aren't there, what are you gonna do?
Party.
Yeah, you're going to party and anything else you want to do. So that's why I'm glad to hear that you were spared that type of life. But I'm sure you had a lot of emotional issues and voids regarding your mother. And so were you able to get past that yet?
Yes, for the most part, yes.
Good. All right. Excellent. What you do for a living?
I do paint and body work, and I'm also a chef.
Good. Oh. Excellent. All right. Good. Those are both marketable and transferable skills, and that's all I recommend to young people. Get you a marketable and a transferable skill so that when you talk crazy to the boss and he fires you, you can go somewhere, you'll have a skill. Right. Let me hear more from you, and if you want to get into the car, that's up to you.
Yeah, I got estimates.
What happened? Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
Well, he took my truck without permission in August, the first week of August, I believe. And I would call him and telling him to bring my truck home. He said, okay, Mom, I'm coming. The hours went past, and I kept calling him back that same day. He stopped answering the phone, and I would text him. He wouldn't text me back. The next day fell around. I would call him. He didn't answer. Finally, the next day, the third day, he answered. He said, Mama, I had an accident. I said, what you mean? He said, someone bagged into me. I said, okay. He said, well, I got it. I can fix it. Of course, he working at the body shop.
Yep.
And I said, okay. And he said he was going to have the truck towed to the shop, which he did. And, okay, I was wondering what's going on with my truck. I got suspicious. So I go over there to the job site where he was working at, where my truck was at. I look at the truck, and you can see my evidence page starting from 7 to 13. That was not no little bitty hit to me. But he kept saying that he got it, but he never did have it. Okay, a couple of more weeks went by. I went back to the shop. Nothing had been did. Nothing. He hadn't even touched the truck. Yeah. And I'm asking him what's going on. He said he was waiting on the parts. And the guy came to me and said, your son got the parts, but your son wouldn't pay me for the part. So I had to sell the parts. I said, what am I going to do about my truck? I just broke down crying because the truck it meant a lot to me because it was my boyfriend's truck and he died last year. And I had to get money. I had to borrow money to get my truck back home. And I got it home and I still hadn't got it fixed. I'm getting kind of emotional now a little bit. I'm sorry.
No problem. What do you want to tell me, sir?
I wanted to first say that she did give me permission to drive her truck because she had another car. So I was either driving the truck or the car. And it was raining that night that I was driving, and it kind of spun out and it hit somebody's bumper. And it was, you see the damage there in the evidence. Mm-hmm. But we did agree to me fixing the car. And it was during it was still summertime, so it was still during a busy time of the season. Then the parts wasn't coming in just that fast because it's like an older truck, so it was hard to find them parts. It was me and my mom was having disputes back and forth and disagreements and whatnot. And I don't know why she said I didn't talk to her because I was actually staying with her.
You didn't go home that night?
No, I didn't go home that night. Mm-hmm. I didn't go home that night.
Yeah. Your Honor, it was a week before I seen him because he hid my truck from me.
It wasn't a week.
Yes, it was, son.
But he called you, what, a day or two, or how long did it take?
He didn't call me. I called him. He called me like the third day. And I was calling my nephews and all of them. Yeah. And one of them called me and really told me what happened. They said he was drunk and he ran into an empty building.
I was by myself, so how could they know?
Well, I don't know. They said they had to come and pull you out the truck. So that's all I know.
That's how they know. You had someone have to come and pull you out?
Yeah, to give me a ride home.
And they told you he was drunk, right?
Yeah, they told me he was drunk driving my truck. He didn't have no business in my truck. I did not
don't have a reason to lie.
Permission to get my truck.
The issue is what happened. And my point is, if they said you were drunk driving and that's what happened, they don't have any reason to lie on you.
I don't know who she's talking about.
You know who pulled you out. You don't know who she's talking about. She's talking about the people that came and got you.
I didn't get pulled out.
They did have to pull that truck out of that empty building. They pulled you out the truck because you was drunk.
They had to pull the truck.
They told you around the corner to the house and put you in the bed.
What do you say to repaying her, sir?
The agreement was to be fixing the truck.
How long did it take from the time of the accident to the time you all decided he wasn't going to get it done? How long had it been? How much time did you give him?
It had been there since August, September, October, November. Okay. I went and got my truck in November because they was finna dump my truck in the dump
Okay, so
yard,
4 months. All right, sir. How long you think it would take to fix it? Hopefully you're a better mechanic. Hopefully you're a better mechanic than to have it take 4 months.
Yeah, it don't take that long.
Right.
But I was still working at the.
How long should she have given you? 4 months, 6 months, a year, 18 months, 2 years. How long? How long?
A month.
Right. So you were given a reasonable amount of time. What's the emotional distress, though, ma'am?
Because I didn't have transportation to get around to the doctors or whatever. And then it hurted me, by him working at the body shop. He left one body shop, got fired from one body shop, and went to another one. And here it is now, January, and he still hadn't made.
See, I didn't even know you got fired. That's what I told you. You're lucky to have a transferable skill.
I really didn't get fired.
That's what she said.
I really just watched. You was going out there badgering my name and putting bad stuff on my name. You made posts on Facebook, slandering my name on Facebook.
Your Honor, you can see that on
the evidence page.
You went on your son. You went on Facebook about your son.
Nothing. Messing his name up. I just put it out there because he had enough time to fix my truck.
Why do you got to put it on the Facebook? What did that have to do anything, ma'am? I'm surprised you do. That's for these kids.
He wrecked his daddy's truck and his baby mama car. He got a record of doing that.
I wrecked my daddy's truck when I was 17 before I had license.
This is going out to my son. You stole my truck and why are you telling the whole world this?
He was going up to the job and saying stuff to him.
Went up to his job, ma'am?
I didn't go to his job. From my job.
You didn't?
No, the boss man, he called me and told me I need to come and check on my truck. That was after he had got fired.
Did you badmouth him? Did you ever badmouth him at his job?
Oh, no, sir. No, I did not.
So why did he get fired? Why did he get fired?
For smoking weed.
Ma'am, that's enough. That's enough, ma'am. I know you're not on crack anymore, but you still got them crackish ways. You better be glad he ain't countersuing you. You're a good son. Number one, you accepted the abandonment and you still love your mother. Secondly, you were able to overcome it. And thirdly, here's your mama defame you in the worst way, cost you your reputation, and then you still don't countersue her. Ma'am, I'll give you the amount for the damage, $3,027. That's your judgment. Have a good day.